What's the 10th Amendment?
I'm not going to get into that.
So
with you.
you don't, no. So now you just committed assault.
Whenever I see another sovereign citizen car stop, I always say completely avoidable, because no matter how many times I see it, it always ends the same. Barricading inside the car, the police dragging you out, and then a trip to jail. This is one of those.
Okay, you work under the 10th Amendment, right?
No, so I'm a police officer in North Carolina. I need to see your license, please.
So you work under
and your
the 10th
registration.
You work under the 10th Amendment.
So why don't you work on that for me really quick?
The 10th Amendment, sovereigns love to throw that out. I'm going to read the 10th Amendment section that they're referring to, and then I'll talk briefly why they say the 10th Amendment. Powers not delegated to the federal government are reserved to the states or the people. In this sense, they're trying to conflate the 10th Amendment with an officer having the right to stop a person for a traffic stop. It's never, ever worked in all the times that I've either dealt with them or watched it on video. The 10th Amendment is not going to work to try to get an officer off of your car stop.
196 County Traffic.
Go ahead.
The Rui at Abington, King Adam King 1629, KAK 1629, blue Nissan, send me another car.
We noticed that the officer had to stop, already made contact with the driver, and then called out the plate and the location. In my opinion, this is not the best practice, and it's not even the normal practice that I've seen. There's sometimes reasons why it happens, but here's the challenge. If the officer has not called out the location of the stop, the plate, and the description of the vehicle, if they don't have a plate, and they go really, really south, then no one even knows that you're out on the stop or where you are or the description of your vehicle. In my opinion, best practice. Call out your stop before you make contact with the driver, because that's when most likely the danger exists, the initial contact.
So are you working right now for DoorDash?
Yes, sir.
So I need to see your driver's license. You got to have a driver's license to operate on a New York State public roadway. So I need to see your driver's license, please.
So do you understand the Constitution? You're oath.
I'm not.
Right?
So I'm not going to get into that with you, brother. I just need to see your.
I'm just going to drive
I need
off.
to see your driver's license and registration, please.
You don't need to see that.
I do need to see that. You committed a vehicle and traffic law violation, so I need to see your driver's license.
You have an oath to the Constitution, right?
That's correct.
All right. What's the 10th Amendment say?
I'm not going to sit here and recite.
If you're not going to abide by the law, then I am going to leave.
So sit tight a second. You're not leaving anywhere. You're not free to go.
So I'd like to talk about a couple of safety things, and I think this officer's just been very, very professional. He looks like he's in really good shape and very aware. In my opinion, is it maybe a better practice to conduct business from the passenger side where you don't have all these cars coming by, turn your computer slightly this way, and then if you are engaged with gunfire, that you have the engine block as your protection and you don't have to bail into the street. You have all of this side of the vehicle. I just know that in my experience and what I've seen many times is that conducting business from the passenger side is a safer practice. Happy to hear other sides of this. Comment section, please share.
All
right. So you got a rental car, brother. You had to. You got to have a contract for it, right? And a driver's license. I need to see that, please.
So again, I'm recording this now because normally I'm going to give you a little bit of insight here, right? My uncle was first sergeant military police.
Okay.
My cousin is a police officer in Genesee County.
Okay. Who is it in Genesee County?
That would be, what's his name? Morgan is her first name.
First rule of name dropping, don't do it. And if you're going to name drop, know the name.
So anyway, I also have had federal security clearance of high security public trust, right? So I'm all about Constitution.
Okay.
So I need you as a public servant, because am I a public servant or are you the public servant?
So you're correct. I'm the public servant.
Good. You have an oath of office to that Constitution. Am I correct?
Yep.
What's the 10th Amendment?
So I'm not going to get into that
So
with you.
You don't, no.
We're going to have you step out of the car.
10th Amendment.
We're going to have you step out of the car.
You're not going to do anything.
All right, come on, sir. Get out.
Yep. We're going to have you remove out of the car.
So I'm going to record this
You're
again.
free to record. You can record whatever you like.
I'm going to roll up the window.
So both officers on the street side, not normally seen that. In my opinion, it would be better to have one on one side and one on the other side. And then if you have to engage the person, you can engage from two different directions.
I'm going to have 203 start this way as well. 196 to 203 if you can head to this location.
Next step is I call 911 and I get SWAT here.
10-4,
We are SWAT.
We are SWAT, so...
Good. You're an insurrectionist at this point in time, because if you're trying to demand anything out of me, now keep in mind, I have no problem with giving you my license and what have you. What I'm doing is I'm ensuring you're abiding by your oath to the the Constitution.
So you heard both of the officers say that they're SWAT, and you see them operating in a patrol capacity. For those who don't know, SWAT is Special Weapons and Tactics, and in most larger departments, that is a very specific unit, and that is all they do. They do high-risk entries, they serve search warrants. They are the creme de la creme of tactics on a police department, and they train a lot. When you see patrol officers that are also SWAT officers, it's usually a small department, and they have certain officers who are really highly trained, and they can perform a SWAT function as well.
County 911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, I don't know where it exactly is. What road am I
We're on Rui Road, sir.
Do we?
We're on Rui Road.
Rui? Okay, I'll let you, the officer, explain. Right now I have a couple police officers. I'm trying to assert my rights under the Constitution. First Amendment, separation of church of state, but it states clearly in the First Amendment that the freedom of exercise of religion, that freedom of exercise, if Congress can't pass a law, then they can't violate, the Judicial Department can't enforce the law, that's the supreme law of the land. I'm asserting that with these officers. They're pulling me over for a traffic violation, which is state law. And on the federal level, they refuse to abide by their oath of office to the Constitution. Now they're acting under the 10th Amendment, which states clearly to the state or the people, it's not exclusive to the state. So that said, they don't have any authority nor jurisdiction in this matter. Even if I did go through a stop sign, there's nobody that was hurt or injured, which doesn't make it a crime. And since I follow common law, which is 5 of the 10 commandments, no murder, no theft, no coveting, no bearing false witness, and no adultery, they are currently committing an insurrection. Well, I don't know if I did or not. That's what they're proclaiming, but state law doesn't supersede federal law. Federal law, First and 10th Amendment, as well as the 9th Amendment apply here, and they're violating the rules of the Constitution, which in turn would make them insurrectionists. Now, I have police officers in my family and what have you. Sure, my name is Richard. Driver's license, and just for fun, because I don't have any problem with giving them my license and what have you. I'm just kind of asserting my rights at the moment.
But before we continue, I'd like to share something with you that can genuinely help a lot of you with the help of today's sponsor, Chapter. If you've ever tried to understand the Medicare system, you already know how confusing it can be. And honestly, it feels like it was designed to be that way. And because of that, possibly millions of seniors are on the wrong plan without even knowing it, which is exactly why Chapter was created. They connect you with independent, unbiased advisors who are there to help you and not the insurance companies. They'll walk you through all your options and help you find what best fits your needs. The call to them is absolutely free, and it only takes about 20 minutes. Plus, on average, Chapter has saved seniors up to $1,100 per year. The number is 844-533-6078. Again, that number is 844-533-6078.
If you want to have the argument about it being commercial or what have you, because that's what driving is referencing, that's why you would need a license if you're working under commercial, which I technically am at the moment, but nevertheless the 9th Amendment still applies.
Do you have an emergency?
The emergency is these cops are violating my constitutional rights and
Okay,
they
well, their
refuse to
lieutenant's
leave.
on the way over to speak with you. You can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there.
They say that I have to step out of the vehicle and they're trying to demand things out of me. They're acting like they have the authority when they're public
servants.
servants.
On the way there, you can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there, okay?
Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Let me explain something here. In nearly every jurisdiction, there is a charge for misuse of 911. Those are people who call 911 with things that are not emergencies. And the elements are different in different jurisdictions. It is fairly easy to walk this person into the elements of misusing 911 under these circumstances. And in my opinion, it would be a very effective charge under the circumstances. But we'll listen some more to see where the danger exists when dealing with sovereign citizens and why I take it so seriously.
Where were you headed to when you were driving down Rui Road?
Delivering some food. So I asked you a question. I'm looking to force the one.
Right, but you're not even identifying who you were to.
I don't have to.
You do though, because you're driving on.
Sir,
Sir, I can speak with my supervisor.
I'm the supervisor.
Okay.
It's New York State law. This is a traffic stop. Identify yourself or you're going to be arrested for obstruction and a misdemeanor.
All right. you have an oath to the Constitution, is that correct?
Yes.
The lieutenant is absolutely correct. Just not a fan of the positioning, as I've mentioned in videos before. Putting your entire torso and leaning into a vehicle in this manner is not how most times officers train. Maybe he does, but again, you can give yourself a tactical advantage by standing behind the pillar or the door jamb, because it offsets you from the person looking directly at you if you engage or if they engage.
It's time to get out of the car and identify yourself.
So if you go and do what you're doing,
Yep.
you're violating your oath to the Constitution.
Nope.
Yes.
You're detained right now. You're accused of committing a crime, a vehicle and traffic law. You have to identify yourself. It's basic when you're 16 years old and you get your license. I'm Lieutenant Swick, badge 203. You're to identify yourself to these officers right now. Why are you not identifying yourself?
I already did, actually. On the 911 call, I gave him my driver's license number and everything. But as far as that's concerned, again, you have an oath to the Constitution. Are you going to allow me to speak? I'll clarify this for you.
Yep. Are you going to identify yourself?
Are you going to allow me to clarify
Yes.
everything?
Yes.
So I already did on the 911 call. I actually gave you, did you happen to take notice of the driver's license number that I gave? They could ran it.
Well, we wouldn't be able to do that because we're having a conversation while you were giving that to
Either
dispatch.
Way, right? You have an oath to the Constitution. Now, keep in mind, I don't hate anybody. Again, as I iterated to them, my uncle was first sergeant military police. My cousin works as police over in my county, Genesee County, right?
Okay.
So I have no problems with the police. What I'm doing right now is I'm asserting my rights, making sure you're abiding by your oath to that Constitution. Why is that important in today's society? Because what I'm saying to you right now, because as much as you're trying to come at me, keep in mind I have the full legal right to remove Joe Biden from his office right now with the same
Okay.
context.
Are you okay? Do you
Are
know?
you
Do you know what year it is?
Do you know what year it is?
Do you know what year it is?
Okay. Let me clarify this for you, because if you want to have this kind of argument.
Okay, so let's go through this because this is incredibly serious. Okay, those questions, do you know what year it is? The lieutenant wasn't being facetious. I mean, those are called A&O questions, alert and oriented. So if a person says things about the president or they're acting in a confused manner, it is prudent to ask questions to make sure they're alert and oriented, capable of driving or doing whatever it is they're supposed to be able to do. This is the seriousness of this. If this person is talking about taking the president out of office, what does that mean? If the person's saying that this is an insurrection, to what degree are they willing to defend themselves against the police? We have seen the danger of sovereign citizens in the past who have utilized deadly force against officers and others. That's why I don't joke about this, and I take it incredibly seriously. I don't call these people names. I call it like it is. This is a very serious movement that should be addressed, and we have to shine a light on it.
Do you proclaim December the 12th month?
Of the year? Yes.
Even though the word itself literally means the 10th month?
Sir, I don't know if this
So exactly.
I don't know
Because
if
you don't know
I want to
anything,
help
don't-
people. I don't know if this is a mental
I want
health.
to help people too.
Is this a mental health issue, or
That
do you
sounds
hate the
like
cops?
you do have one, because if you proclaim December to be the 12th month when it literally means the 10th, means you're probably
Okay,
not in your right
identify
mind.
yourself to these police officers, please. Right now, identify yourself to these police officers.
So are you doing an insurrection against people at the moment?
You're about to be removed from this vehicle. Shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off.
Let's go, ready?
Shut the car off. Shut it off right now. Come on. Shut it off. Get out of the car.
Step out.
You got him, Elsie. On your stomach.
Get on your stomach.
So now you just committed assault.
On your stomach right now.
Give me your hand.
Now you just committed assault.
Give me your hand.
Relax your arm.
I am fully
Relax your arm.
relaxed. You committed assault.
Nope. You tried to close the window on me after I told you to get out of the vehicle. Give you multiple chances to identify yourself.
Now I told you quite often that you're insurrectionist against the people.
Do you have any weapons in the car?
No, now you're performing illegal search and seizures. Violation of the 4th Amendment.
196 County War 1 to 2.
Attempts to roll up the window, does not turn the car off. Is it going to take off? Is it going to be a pursuit that you have to go after? This vehicle has not been cleared. The lieutenant has to jump across the seat. We've seen officers inside of cars that have taken off. To what degree is he willing to, or another sovereign willing to, protect what they believe to be a violation of their rights?
You want to roll to your side here.
You sit on your bottom. Sit up. Up on your feet.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Okay. Back to free. Please, patterns out. Yes, sir.
I don't have any weapons.
Oh, we gotta check you anyway.
So you heard, will you please pat him down? Okay, at this point, if you're under arrest, it's not a pat down, it's a search. There's a difference between a pat down and a search. A pat down is of outer clothing. A search is where you go in there, and after arrest, you have the right to conduct a search. So it's important to be clear about what's being conducted. I know sometimes people think that they're interchangeable, but they're not. Pat down's a pat down, a search is a search.
I have a right to wear them anyway under the Second Amendment.
Okay.
You got your brother.
Yep.
Have a seat, sir.
Of note, I'm sure the officers are going to conduct their search when they needed to conduct their search. It's a matter of clarification for the viewer to understand the difference between the two and the distinction, and sometimes officers just say that.
All right, sit tight.
So according to reporting, he was arrested for obstruction, which is one of the charges that you almost see for the people who start to go down the sovereign script. This is dangerous. It continues to grow. The contagion seems like it's getting worse and worse, even though some of these videos are older. Other people watch them. I've seen some of the books online that are just still selling like hotcakes. If you know someone who could potentially go down this rabbit hole, please share the video with them. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel so you can watch content just like that. There's a library of over 100 videos of different police content where I discuss police practices and some ideas that I think that can work for policing. And there should also be a video on your screen. Click on that video for more content just like this.